Hello, everybody. I am Councilman John Whitehurst, Seat 5, Ashford, Alabama, and I want to simply give you an update. Since being elected, I've had conversations with city employees, citizens, my colleagues, my fellow council members, and others. And there are a number of issues that have been brought to my attention, and it is incumbent upon me to share with you my findings thus far. In January, we always celebrate a great man, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was a Black Baptist preacher, particularly in Ashford, Alabama, at Mount Carmel Missionary Baptist Church. They always do a great job hosting the MLK celebration. Because of some of the findings and some of the tension, some of which at least has been implied in some of the biased and inaccurate and not totally true stories that have been published since the election season madness in Ashford, Alabama. The tension between the mayor, who has been propelling all of this, attempting to influence the contest of election, and setting the tone of unprofessionalism, neglect, and injustice in the city of Ashford. Because of that, I was notably absent from the MLK celebration. I'm sure the mayor attended and shouted and spoke and danced as he usually does for the African American community. But keeping in line with the theme of Dr. Martin Luther King and the way we celebrate him in the United States of America, a day on, not a day off, it is important for us to go beyond just remembering the man, but we've got to pick up where he left off, and we've got to make sure that social justice prevails and that everyone is treated fairly and has an opportunity to progress in these United States of America that we have all contributed so much to the building up. And so I'll just start this by simply saying already in 2017, Mayor Grecu going rogue and strong-arming the council to hire the utility superintendent of his choice. He's made clear his message with a series of actions that I'll get to in just a moment. And that message, at least in my opinion, appears to be a three-part message. Number one, no citizens allowed. Number two, no council members allowed. And number three, no coloreds allowed. And so corruption continues to run rampant in this Grecu administration. And I'll begin to lay out the facts for you. At some point in the near future, I'll take questions, comments. Feel free to reach out. But just in the spirit of transparency, let me lay this all on the table for you and fight for you as it is incumbent upon me to do because the electorate put me in the position to do so. I'll start with a few of Mayor Grecu'S Black History quotes, and I quote, "I don't believe in social justice, brother. That is not the way." And I quote, "Obama is a Muslim. You know that." And I quote, "I don't consider folks like Al Sharpton to be a true man of God." And if it couldn't get any worse, I quote, "Martin Luther King is a man who messed up when he started studying and following the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi." You can draw your own conclusions from quotes like that from a man who comes to the MLK celebration and dances and hollers for African Americans and minorities in the city of Ashford while propelling policies that discourage their participation in the political process. At any rate, let me go through these facts for you. When election season came in, one candidate registered to replace Place 5 candidate John McCoy. Under the advisement of Mayor Jonathan Grecu, if elected, this would have given Ashford an all-white city council. I immediately inquired with the mayor and made a phone call to the candidate. After being encouraged by a diverse number of citizens for over a year to run for council, this was one of the last deciding factors of my choice to become a candidate for Place 5 City Council seat, Ashford, Alabama. This is how I have arrived at this point, to let you know that the mayor's message is no council members allowed, no citizens allowed, no coloreds allowed. Here are the facts. Throughout this mayoral administration, there have been an increase in EEOC complaints being filed, particularly against this mayor. For years, streets and water drain mechanisms have been neglected in the face of public complaints. Nothing is said of the lack of diversity on public boards, committees, supervising positions, and in the ownership and employment rosters of companies and organizations we provide privatized contracts to and assist in organizing incentive packages for. Namely, for example, when I asked Mayor Grecu about Next Level Apparel's incentive package, and Ashford citizens, including minorities, but all Ashford, Alabama citizens, being looked over for these jobs, Next Level Apparel is supposedly providing, the mayor responded, number one, that no incentive package exists, which I discovered was a false statement. And number two, the folks who are applying from Ashford are inadequate in relation to standards of high quality and qualifications that Next Level has set. They don't meet the bar. You don't meet the bar if you've applied. This administration has done nothing to spur diversified public participation. And in fact, this administration has instituted and carried out policies that actually discourage public participation in every functioning aspect of this municipality, from the recreational department to interactions with the public as simple as collecting water bill payments. He's heightened security. They're going to use police officers to put citizens out of the water department because it's the same ones there every single month. And I quote, the same ones who never pay their bills, causing disturbance. All of a sudden, this administration is claiming that the water bill customers, the same ones every month, and I quote, who never pay their bills on time, are causing such a problem that for the clerk's protection, the police department is being reassigned to operate as personal and private bodyguards at City Hall. If you think that is out of control, imagine the chaos of council members also being blocked from accessing City Hall and public records and their mailboxes. And now required to talk to the city clerk through a criminal visitation glass. We are not buying this Mayor Grecu anymore. We're not buying this any more than we are buying this untruth that the city clerk was robbed for city documents that she was not supposed to have on her person in the first place, away from City Hall. Where is the police report? Where are the records that council members have requested? Watch this, for 6 months now, to no avail. Which records were lost? Was there a log that shows they were checked out? Where are the original documents and records backed up at? We all know this is just a furtherance of the fiasco that the mayor started when he realized his plot would not work to block coloreds completely. And so instead he opted for the cover-up, beginning with ordering the Ashford City Police Department to misappropriate public resources, time, and tax dollars, to cooperate with Houston County Sheriff's Office and Department, to target Ashford's only sitting black city councilman, yours truly, John Whitehurst. But my friends, here comes the most critical point. We are going to have to come together as a community of people and stomp out corruption while standing together for this principle. Everyone must be treated fairly. If we all want Ashford to get better and not go backwards to the days such as the day our young folks ended up with no public pool because the black pool was shut down and because some folks could not stand the sight of black and white kids playing together, the white pool was shut down as to say no coloreds allowed. Thank you for your time.